back, Cash Cuppers. The grand finals going down. Map number 1 in the books. The 16-7, the Way of Evil Geniuses, even on their opponent's map pick. I'm fine, joined by Cole, Hector, McHenry, and Detonate need to come back on Overpass. They've won this map once today. Do it again. Slight, though, on the pistol round. He's not going to be adding to it. And then the flash on through. Hex has been steamrolling in these pistols, Cole.
Yeah, that's a great little 1-2 punch there. The early kill comes through from Hex, but then the flash to follow up. They're waiting for further aggression, and George just jumps right on into sight. They're moving past all of this defense here. They're just not finding all the kills, though, just yet until Junior and Rush able to fill the feed. It's just Cryptic huddled into a corner here versus 4. They're giving them some fights. They gotta be careful about this, but I think they're soon gonna triple swing. As you can see, they're all lining up.
Yep. Preparing to swing. Everyone tucks away. The spot's there. Oh, they're all tucking away. Come on, give us the brawl. Cryptic's gonna eventually walk forward into the guillotine. That's Hex. Now, you see here? Look how they're struggling to assemble a boost right there on the short side. I think Detonate, yeah, we'll run this back one more time. Look at the left side of your screen. They're struggling to assemble a boost right there that could have really helped out in this round. Probably a little bit costly there.
I wonder if it would have helped or if it would have hurt even more, right? Because it might have been a blessing in disguise. You look at that, and what was more interesting, I think, about that replay right there is Hex finding that first kill, but then the discipline not to continue to turn that corner and wait for that flash instead, right? If you get the momentum, it's so easy to throw the book in the water there, or just rip up the strap book and go in on your momentum on your feet, and Hex didn't make that decision. Instead, he hung back. He made sure to close that round with a double entry as opposed to, you know, getting a 1-for-1 trade or something along those lines, which is so valuable.
180, yeah, 104 ADR in that previous map for Hex. Having a stellar time against, I guess, his old stomping grounds. Back on RBG. And Carpe Diem, this man was all up in the Day 2 Cash Cup feed. I think it's where he got a lot of his name written down as well as an ECL.
Doing a good job of keeping them at bay, though. As you can see, got a 5v5, still 40 seconds left on the clock, and they've got that monster smoke still in. Freshie has another monster smoke that he could recycle. So things are lining up to be a bit promising, but Evil Geniuses, they know that they can't even test that, right? So they're going to bail on out and reset. Going to head in elsewhere here, more towards that A bomb site, and this is where they probably want to go. Cryptic is here, but he's with the scout alone.
Oh, Wayne can't land the first shot. With every shot he misses, the further the T's get forward, and eventually he has to bail. Gonna swing across, until he comes back in for a second shot. Actually deals with George. Chance, an opportunity, but without a kit and a smoke. well, somehow this Detonate squad just finds smokes randomly lying around on the site, so you never know. They're gonna try and make their move on in. Junior dispatching of the first. I think that could just be enough delay. If not, never know. Freshie picks that one up. Another Deagle headshot rings out. Are they gonna start attempting this defuse? Oh my goodness, they might just be able to pull it off. Rush. Oh, he tops the defuse. That should just be enough. There simply isn't time for this slight. Pick up your Galil and flee the scene. But Detonate got all the kills.
Yeah, that's a great round right there coming through from Detonate. You'll take all of the frags that you were landing. Some very nice headshots coming on through. Fortunately, it doesn't formulate into a round conversion, but what you walk away with here, you can toss, you know, a couple pistols over to your teammates here. Deagle is given to Micro, and they can invest a little bit more behind this as well, considering they know how much economic damage they've just done. They've got 2 Galils. This is very, very workable. Things are becoming super interesting in terms of the damage that can be done here. Cryptic, a little one-way smoke for him to maneuver off of. The Deagles have already been deadly, but that flash is going to be forcing him off for a little while here. Now George put on notice. Will they try and hunt him down? No, they'll let him escape for now.
Cryptic gets the slink on away. A lot of control handed over to this T side, but Detonate actually bring You know, those two saved Galils, as well as I'm happy that they purchased up a good chunk of utility to actually assist with that. It lets them actually play some Team CS here, rove around the map, and maybe slam down a Deagle headshot. Cryptic nails the first down. If Detonate can pick this one up, we're gonna get a very wild game as Cryptic even goes in for another shot. Dangerous player as he is.
Gonna retake the bathroom's control here. At least attempt it. Slight. That is a quick headshot right there. Felt like a Deagle shot from how swift it was. The one tap right onto George here. Cryptic is still past it. And they're so scared of the Deagles. Hex gets sidelined as well. Cryptic, he doesn't even have armor right now and he's doing this. It's absolutely incredible here. And they replicate the same success here. Now Rush has to crack through way too much of a crossfire. And they might have not gotten in the last round here, but they saved so much valuable resources here that they're going to bring in some energy into the very next. And Junior, I don't know if he'll be enabled to save. There's a bit of a closing factor here. Cryptic turns the corner right into his demise. And that might ensure his safety, but either way, EG, they don't walk away with the round.
There was so many individual duels that were given here by evil geniuses. You see this one. Sure, it's Cryptic versus Hexed. But Cryptic was just better on every fight. Cryptic at long range versus Walco. Another 1D. The first bullet out the gun. Sometimes you just can't deal with that as a squad. Sometimes it's a big individual pop-off. But that's how you lose those eco rounds, is when you give those individual duels, you give chances to the CT sides to make things work. Round number 4 up on the docket. Full force buy coming in from evil geniuses.
Let's see what they can bring here. And the force spike, can they give it right on back here? Junior's saved AK is going to be a real asset. Freshies holding down the line, waiting for this aggression. It's going to come soon. Are they going to contact it, or do they have any utility? There's a flashbang that comes through, and Hex finds the first. He's quick on the second. He at least dinks him down. And finished off there by Walco. Micro is going to get overwhelmed in the pit, and oh my god. The collapse comes through. Slight tries to sing with the AWP, but his shot misses, and now Heaven's smoked.
And now this round is just toast. Cryptic falters. Slight on 25. It's time to save. Oh boy, we're getting a brawl to begin this one. It is a complete Tech 9 rush. A single flashbang and go. Through short, through monster. And I think the real tragedy in that round is that Micro just couldn't get a kill from his pit position. He sprayed down George to 27, but couldn't convert the kill. He spent too long trying to convert it as well. He gets wrapped up from bridge. And every half second, every millisecond counts when you're in that anchored side roll. Tough luck there for Micro. Couldn't connect a shot. And that's going to be Evil Genius's superior. And I love this early brawl of a start we've gotten. We've gotten some swings. Stairs cam. We've gotten some swings. We've seen the Detonate players really lay down the law with their firepower that they brought to the table. And now we see Evil Geniuses clap one right back. We're getting some action early.
Yeah, it's a tough round right there for boys over at Detonate. Didn't want to let that one slide. At least, though, they're not walking away completely empty-handed in this next round. Have a whole lot of firepower. 2 ops. Cryptic, he did so much work with the Euro Deagle, the glass cannon Deagle. He did make it seem like a cannonball. Now, he's got to make the glass cannon op work. He's been very sharp already, but can he replicate here? He's joining up with the rest of his roster right now.
Double up setup as well, which is just something wild to see. It's Cryptic on a glass. Over towards the B site, trying to catch a short lurk. Any short lurker decides to walk up into his scope. The freebie kill. And I feel like Evil Geniuses aren't that type of team to hand over these free frags, but Rush walks right into the spray. Threat on a big off angle that Hex isn't ready for. And this setup actually works the way for Detonate. The push of the monster smoke may be excessive, but with Micro picking up Walker the same, this is going to be a lock-in round. Brett planting the flag in the short position. The molly will force him out, but George isn't going to capitalize on it. And Brett is actually going to walk away with the triple kill. Defying the odds here are Detonate.
Yeah, that's excellent work right there. Getting away with it big time. And honestly, Evil Genius is a bit lackadaisical in their approach towards short right there. They had that smoke to take the connector side of things, and they tried to collapse, but you can see Hex not really checking his corner. I think just maybe a liability there, right? With that smoke being down for so long, you would expect him to at least be somewhat weary of the positions, but Evil Geniuses were so confident that there was a lack of short presence right there, and it couldn't have been more mistaken. They walked into a nasty little crossfire. It gets the job done. A great call from Detonate to stack with all those resources over towards short, and putting a lot of faith in their opera as well on site towards that A side is a huge asset, right? He was alone for so long. You can kind of just see that he's, you know, a lot of pressure is put on him to defend. But you can trust him quite a bit. He's going to deliver. He's going to play right. He's going to be in those right positions. He's not going to let things get overwhelmed. And that enables so much more room for Cryptic to call around these CT sides, right? To go proactive, to find space. I mean, even Cryptic's call to buy in an op in that last round to hold off short was a testament to how confident they were.
Oh, but now Cryptic, he's making his way over towards the A site, probably the spawn favoring him. The funny thing is both AWPs are here on this A side of things, but Slight, he could have some trouble in just a moment as players dropping down from party and he couldn't connect the shot. Now the pistols begin to jump onto him as he misses another. The Glocks get to him. The op won't be retrieved just yet. Cryptic, gotta puppy guard that for a little bit. Junior wants his grubby little hands on it. He does get it. Whew. All right, something to work with here for Evil Genius, but they have lost another player.
Oh, goodness gracious, okay. Cryptic. Blocking him right out of the air right there. Obviously now Walco's gonna go and test it.
Everyone gets a turn.
And honestly, Slate's gonna breathe a sigh of relief right now. I don't think he should fully be breathing a sigh of relief. This is still scary, but it's one of the worst feelings when you know you're up against a full Glock round, and a Glock takes you down when you're going aggressive towards A and you decide not to fall back in towards the site. You're trying to get those ecos, right? You're trying to stick around. You're trying to make sure you maintain space, right? That's what you tell your teammates. But once you give over an op on a full Glock round, and there's no trade potential, a lot of fear is put into the rest of their team. They're just going to throw this one away.
Bye.
They're not going to give it a try. You know, their odds of winning this round are unlikely as bomb plant going to be attempted. And body blocking right there, but no, they both line up. Micro going to put an end to that. Detonate, they bounce right on back here, but this is what I mean here. Fall back in towards the site, get to safety. Instead, he sticks around.
The overflick, he had his crosshair scope right on target for a collateral. I mean, maybe even a triple collateral. You never know. But just flicked off at the last second. Alright, the bide's back in for Evil Geniuses. That was their full eco, and only Slight got ran down. He'll have the op back in his hands. But that's an expensive investment. It'll dent the economy here for Detonate. Low on cash. Now X trying to push on through without the flashbang. They will have to pay in the man advantage here. As no follow-up is really there on the play, it's just going to be George sending it on in through Monster. Volleying towards the barrels, but Util in hand. That's going to be an easy kill for Brett to pick up. And Detonate are looking to plant the flag and take a lead here on Overpass.
Taking in the molly quite a bit there. But like you said, that's a great defense. They try and get away with an explosive A take right there, contacting kind of the name of the game. And this time, much more prepared or Detonate. And it's crucial to see that adaptation out of them, right? If they were to fall victim to a contact play on B once again, that would be a brutal affair.
What?
Slight somehow gets caught asleep at the wheel right there. And not able to deliver. I mean, again, Overpass was such a strong suit for him. He was so solid in that last series. Obviously, didn't get to see much out of him in Anubis, but he's been given a couple opportunities right now and not fully delivering on them just yet.
I mean, maybe you start smoke spamming here if you're Rush. It's possible. Is he gonna get flashed through? I mean, Rush can certainly do this. All three people starting to push Monster. Oh my god, they're starting to push Monster. They've just given EG a chance. Rush, he's almost gonna win the round. Now Junior, he's hunting for this kill. Oh, Micro just walks away with it. Oh my goodness, that could have been a calamity.
Whew. Breathing a sigh of relief right there on the entirety of Detonate as they get away with that. Look at that, though. Slight. That's not one that he misses all that often, right? He's usually so sharp when he's holding those angles, landing those easy shots. But Junior just moves one right quicker, and it's a very costly round, but it still goes in the favor of Detonate, right? And they just didn't really get a bomb plant, so the purchase is lacking once again. They've got so much util, but no armor. They've prioritized so much in the utility game this round.
Across the Monster though. Brett's not gonna challenge him. Just freshie dancing around the pillar. First kill is his on the Hex. The next in line is Walco. Behind him was Rush. But now the whole site will deal with them. Freshie and Micro will put together a full house and a 2-round lead now for Detonate.
Very solid defense right there. Full execute that was being called out by Evil Geniuses doesn't bear too much fruit. Now, a good purchase. Evil Geniuses bringing through a lot of investment. This is a great start from Detonate. We remember the strong defense in that decider that they were delivering. 10 to 5 half, a lot of difficult rounds. But they looked very sharp once the weapons were out, once the gun rounds were in. That was where Detonate delivered in stride. And right now, Hexed, avoiding the spam narrowly, but will Brett check it?
It seems like Detonate no. But if they really did, they'd molly him out of position. Now he gets the jump up, and Brett looking the wrong way. Hexed still trapped, but Freshie wants to take the fight, and it's not gonna work? How did that nade land on him? Did Hex just throw it at him out of desperation?
Oh, bizarre right there, but Cryptic. It looked like he fell asleep there holding the angle, but gets away with it. Now, this time, Junior going to fall to the out presence. This time, Slight able to deal with it. The double up towards long, it's bypassed here. It's going to be planted in for jump up. Slight arriving slightly late to the party. And the flashbang going to buy further time here. Walco's actually going to get a brilliant reposition. And he's coupled up with Rush, a very long rotate coming through as well from Micro here. How do they get past this round here? Detonate, they have the advantage, but it could be for a very short period of time.
Walco, he's cutting off the long cross though, and time's ticking. Micro, he's taking so long to get into position. He thunder stomps up long, and Walco's gonna deal with them all. A 3K and a 4th round for Evil Geniuses.
And that is a statement round right there. You got the dynamic duo doing it again. Hexed and Walco. Rolling back.
The nade, man.
Yeah, that was wild. This is a great round here from Walco. This little cheeky reposition back into the bathrooms. I absolutely love it out of him. I was gonna say, right, you get that plant down for bank. I would, if I was Detonate, just fully assume double up in bank, right? Double up in towards jump up, something along those lines. But Walco gets himself in front bathroom, and that is such a valuable position. It actually could have allowed for a pushing pull, if necessary, between his teammate and himself. A little crossfire kind of assembled. And that makes the pose plant all the more easy. I think that slight reposition gave him so much confidence here. There's a lot of damage done to Micro this time. And, oh, look at that preparation.
Junior was ready for it.
They got some reads.
He just scoped up on the door. That is incredible awareness.
Yeah, that's super impressive there.
Homework done, and I think Detonate have to scrap that play out of their books if That's how it gets read into, I suppose.
No kidding. Not a bad play, right? Short aggression has worked out quite a bit for Detonate in terms of the gun rounds here, but flashbang goes in, this boost, he sticks to it. No blimp on the radar. No appearance made by Detonate here further. Cryptic though holding on again, patient in this angle. He has been sharp when it comes to holding angles, and once again he's able to deliver and gets out of dodge. He's gonna set up Micro for success on the site. Timing. Oh, that is unreal.
And even Hex, he almost swings in for the next. But now on towards this A site. Micro sniped down the first, and without a trade, and with 10 seconds left, it's gonna be a smoke plant and pray. The knife is out. Junior has to run, pick up the bomb, no time. Sprinting on through, he'll get a quick scope kill. But that is all. 6th round here for Detonate.
That's a credit to the A defense right there, buying so much time. This is quite nice here. I love this setup. I like it even from Detonate, but it does look like that was something that they've run a little bit too much to get away with again. Cryptic doing a great job on this A defense, man. So much impact out of him. It's good for one, but then that's the alarm bells, that's the information gathered, and then you can see the spam through smoke to deny the bomb plant. That just pretty much decides the round. Evil Genius is struggling to get consistent success on this T side.
Still have an AWP of Junior to work with, but yeah, consistency is getting really tough. Detonate as well. I mean, especially Cryptic is starting to lock down a lot of pieces of the map. Cryptic has been playing an excellent game so far for Detonate, and we can keep that up. Despite all the weird timings and everything that's been hit from Evil Geniuses. But things change. Micro just went for the jump spot. And he got wrecked.
Oh my god, Walco. What I mean, this guy has the capability, he can deliver. He can be very sharp. He's having a good game right now, and he's certainly having a good game. Oh, this time.
Rush saw the foot.
Timing. Yeah, he just turns his attention away. Now he's going to try and find a long flank here to gather all the information, but surely this is called. Yeah, you can see actually the anticipation, the waiting for next. He goes a little bit wide there, and now it's going to force him back into the Tech 9. He's stuck between a rock and a hard place here, and it's a nasty shot from Rush.
That was like the perfect time to use that phrase, because he was actually stuck between a rock. I get it now, Cole. I understand.
Yeah.
All right, A-side hold on the cards for Detonate. Back it up with their 2 rifles, but one of them didn't have head armor and just gets wrecked. Now it's just Freshie. He almost puts it all together. A triple kill, but that simply isn't enough. Brett now in the 1v2 to try and salvage this, and they still have Junior's op to face off against. Starting to sniff out where Brett exactly is. No jump spot though from Junior, no confirmation. And with that bank control, life becomes very difficult. Halfway point on the bomb. Time ticking away for Brett. Is there a smoke? Nope. Only the kit and only his guts to do it with. Shot fired off, fake defuse, swing in, try to deal with Junior, but there's Hex to clean up the round. It's an eco for Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, this is really well put together round. Off the back of Walco's entry, you can see how aggressive they try and get Detonate. They're trying to pull back advantages. They're trying to give themselves opportunities to, you know, alleviate the stress here on the CT side that can formulate when you are a man down. There's always going to be those gaps, so, you know, usually the answer is either to gamble the bomb site stacks, which they tried to do in the 3v5, or take some map initiative, which they try to do in the 4v5. And both of them, you know, sometimes just don't formulate, just don't work sometimes, especially if you got George landing entries like he just did. Forced by, though, going to be responded upon. Boost up in towards connector. Again, a lot of emphasis put on this short control here. By now, Evil Geniuses, they should be reading in on this short control priority from defense. Rush. Gonna wait that smoke out there. They're pushed past it, though. Did he spot him?
He did not, but they're still creeping forward just as he walks off the pallet. Cryptic. Just a pop of a headshot. Now the bomb hasn't been spotted by Detonate. But Evil Geniuses might be in a little bit of a panic here. As you can see, Junior is trying to be subconscious about his positioning.
They're on A. Cryptic's got an AK and connector here. And he's kind of poking and prodding towards the top of Con. If he could, like, step on out and maybe deny a safe passage from this bomb, that would be huge. But if Junior just routes towards long, I don't think this is going to be a big deal. Yeah, they'll just avoid it entirely. Now, Cryptic can still be a late activator in this round. You can still have some say later down the lines, but now Cryptic's finally making his move on it. Now he's getting proactive here. Again, this might be perfectly placed, perfectly timed from him. They haven't taken a lot of bank control either. In fact, none of it.
So, I mean, there can be a retake effort. See, it's brewing for long in the flanks, but Hexed finally able to beat Cryptic. Finally able to deal with the problem factor here. Now, Walco, I think he did get the spot in. It's a good day that touches down on a freshie. A nice headshot. The follow-up in this round is not getting out of hand. Or Evil Geniuses. Hex escort a rifle away right into Micro. That's all it is really, is a gun for retrieval, though. It's going to be an even game. 6-all. That was the full force buy from Detonate. They're down to their bottom dollar, so we're going to have to see another eco come out from this unit and get prepared for the final rounds of this half.
It's a nice bounce off the AT there. I thought Walker was out here for sure, but make sure not to overextend. And poor Hex. Again, timing not favoring him. We're tied up at 6-6, and like you said, it's going to be another eco here with still a lot of firepower. Cryptic on a deagle. The glass hand cannon for him. He has, you know, done good work in rounds like these, so what's to say he can't make it happen again. This time, though, a change of approach. Run boost in for freshies. A little surf action as well. This is an angle you wouldn't often clear. Sometimes you think you clear it, but you don't.
You see a B-side exit, you see how that angle fares. First one's good, but again, they just go into the pistols. It is the unfortunate affair, and man like Rush will be clearing that corner. No gimmicks today. You know, on a rifle round, strangely enough, that position might work. Because, you know, you're expecting that kind of stuff on an eco, not on the rifles. Maybe a little bit more tunnel visioned when you're against the full purchase. Maybe another day, but not today. It's gonna be Evil Geniuses retaking the lead. Now 7-6. And Detonate back to square one here. They will have a purchase, but again, it's gonna be messy. I think Slight might have to pick up a glass cannon for an AWP, if any at all. Not even that. The loss bonus has not built up. So, no op for Slight in round number 14.
That's tough, right? Slight has been just a little bit quiet here on this map. He's had a couple decent opportunities here to, you know, take down Junior, and he's taken advantage of one of them, but I think Junior's kind of come out on top in the head-to-head here, and that is kind of where we talk about Junior being really strong when it comes into NA. He's going to be a very difficult offer for like the up-and-coming players to beat, right? That's a key detail here. Slight's going to have a difficult time dealing with his mechanics, his ability. That's for sure. We'll see if he can start to warm up here a little bit more. He's going to be necessary, especially if they lead into the second half with a deficit on the T side. That's going to be really tough to claw back. You're going to need everyone to show up here. This Hex is solo on the lurk. They're going to just push past the smoke. Timing, is it going to fade here, or do they have a flash?
They have a flash. Hex out in the open, but able to take some cover. Can't deal with Brett, though. Monster control established, but look what the scramble is here for Evil Geniuses. They want to run to reclaim this.
Brett nearly caught with his back turned. My question is, was he spotted at all? Look how careful they are turning this corner. No, they're just flashing to make sure that they clear all their angles, but that's just so much information now. Detonate start to realize that they are on the mission to retake this ground. Now a lot of emphasis put on George here. You know, is A lurking? Can he sell 3 rotates over this direction? Well, might not even matter here. At this point, they've got such a healthy man advantage. And a recycled smoke towards Monster. Perfectly timed.
This is looking to be a save more than anything, unless George can backstab his A site. 20 seconds remaining. Oh, nope,
Oh,
not
wow.
happening today. Trying to turn it back to the A site, but instead it's just a save. 7-all. Detonate, keep it neck in neck. Who will take the lead in the half?
Counter-terrorists win.
We can just see them save here. I mean, obviously you have no chance at winning the round, I guess, realistically, but there was no downside to going down. Maybe giving over AKs and stuff like that's a big deal, especially if you're junior and you give over an op. So you actually still won't have an op in this round, so it makes a little bit more sense.
All right, last round of the half. Detonate have kept it level. To be honest, it's a massive improvement over the map of Anubis. But when it comes to their T side, we'll have to see how they fare. CT sides have been strong from them on their front. Looking to stay that way. This Cryptic has been just such a rock on this CT side, doing so much of the opening duels. George seems to have spotted the shoulder out of Slight. And actually has a gap in the defense to utilize here. Swing forward, but then Cryptic takes his opportunity. Always so good and so impactful with his kills. Grabs another.
He's playing like he has an op with some of the duels that he's taken, right? Just no fear fighting out that angle. And he wins it as well. I mean, he's finds the first frag towards long. He's mobility immediately beelines it towards, you know, the site there to honestly alleviate a lot of Slight's stress in this round. Makes his job all the more easier. He's kind of doing it. As Hex tries to move on out. A Monster here, Freshie and Brett, they double down. It's all in the back of Rush here, and I think we might get a winning half here. Detonate could close things out with an advantage, but Rush might have a little bit more to say. He's down to 10 HP, and the Alpha Angle is going to reign supreme. Cryptic will close it out with 3. We'll hop into a quick break here.
You got to see NA win earlier on today, so why not see NA win again here in the ESEA Cash Circuit number 2. My name's Fine, Joe McCole, Extra McHenry, half number 2 on the way. Detonate with just a marginal lead. Pushing this one to map 3 would be quite the accomplishment versus the Cash Cup Demons themselves. And Evil Geniuses on the hold here on the B site. Pop in through short, Hex tucking away, but players inside a pit every nook and cranny, but they're starting to recover the squad. How is Hex alive? How have Evil Geniuses brought this one back? It was looking dead over.
Wow.
But EG got it somehow.
We just have to watch this back for the most part. Look at the positions that they get themselves into here. This is just a simple, like, oh, I missed a couple of shots, I feel like, for Detonate, because the execution was so sick. The flashes were so well placed, and you just gotta nail a couple kills there to back it up. That's really unfortunate. Detonate could have come into this one with a whole lot of energy. Now they're probably left a little bit sour. They're going for a force buy here. They're not happy with that loss in the last round. We'll see if they can, bring in some of the same execution power. This time they need the shots to back it up, and we know they're capable of landing those shots. We've already seen it with the Deagles before.
Yeah, it's mostly Cryptic and Cryptic. He's up and towards that party position. If Walko swings into Cryptic here, it could be a problem. I think he's just been jiggle peeked out. Walko even transferring his spray, and that allows Junior to clean up. This should be the simple conversion, and this was a full commit force buy as well from Detonate, even though they did not get the bomb plant. So this one's gonna hurt just a little bit more.
Yeah,
Ouch.
I'd like to do some damage. If that's gonna be afforded there, just peppering them on down.
we're gonna get a listen back on this. It actually just sounds like the falling pipe meme.
Ouch.
My brain when falling pipe.
Got his head rattled. But now, onto a much easier buy here. Detonate shouldn't have as much going for them. Even less so, but we'll see what they can do.
If you want to learn some behind the scenes, whenever we go silent, it's normally because Jacob is telling us some just incomprehensible things. Our producer.
Yes.
He was
Good insight
imitating
there.
the sound of a falling pipe in our ears, and we're just like, yeah, let's just listen to this one out, I guess. All right, anyways, into the B site, into the meat grinder. Junior having his chance to flick around and have a fun time with the M4 for once in a while. It's 10 to 8 EG.
Lovely work being done. Are they gonna stick with this big of a bonus though? That's the question. Whoa!
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 Wait, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Back to me, back to me. I want to have my moment here to lecture you folks on. Yeah, you can put it. You can bring it back.
I thought you had a really. I thought you were about to drop some groundbreaking.
I could have. Thing is, I wasn't prepared. I needed to open up my notes and because I have all these like groundbreaking. Oh man.
Ooh, slight.
Accidental, intentional thing. Yeah, fully planned. He wanted. Jacob wanted to expose me that bad.
Ooh, the bean can. Bean can. It's being spotted though. So they're gonna walk away hungry today.
Is it actually a bean can that's down there?
Yes.
If we have some time.
If you're the booster, you line yourself up with the bean can, and then you sit there and wait for your teammate to jump on your head. All that being said, though, Rush is getting Rush straightened out. These flashes are changing incredibly, but somehow Brett doesn't fully clear the angle, and Rush still walks away with the 1-for-1.
Junior is still out towards long. Now he is dueling with Freshie, turns the flash. Fake flash, but he's just drawing the he flicks over Junior! Unbelievable! Comes away with a kill and keeps Evil Geniuses in the round. Now
Smoke.
Smoke plus kit. That is the win condition for this round. The smoke. And now where's that defuse? Who's gonna stop it? Freshie to start it off, but Hex, the refrag, the next Hex is on fire. Now going in for the swing. They just want to clean up the kills here, and Hex is gonna do all of that. Time for the defuse and a 3K for Hex. The retake is all his.
My God, Hex coming into that round with some fury, picks up the opposite reward. I need to see this shot from Junior though. What on earth was that flick? Look, this is like classic Junior right here. He's so focused on this angle. He missed a couple of, he missed like I think a freebie shot there into Freshies, and then 90-degree half-second reaction right there. I don't know what on earth this man is made of.
Man, I mean, he just plays at a different level. You see him, you know, he doesn't have to play against, you know, the ace level EU teams. He gets to go back to his stomping grounds, and this is how he performs. The Junior with it as well. This is just so tough to play against. Even the bomb. Walker just heard the bomb get picked up. Swings back in, almost drops it, and almost just wins the round on the spot. But instead, Detonate just walked back into this round with 3 kills. I've been informed that someone called it a nerd jump scare when it... Like, what is this, man?
Funny.
What is this, man?
That is one of the best Twitch chat.
You guys are gonna go make me put on contacts now. Like, wow.
That is so funny. Oh, man. Oh, boy. All right.
Milking the clock here is Detonate.
Yeah, Evil Geniuses, they need to start bringing those players on over towards B. They had such a good start to this round. Junior, it looked like Junior was just gonna like take the rest of this game and the palm of his hands with that opening pick, and then it kind of just fizzled out from there, right? Just a couple of isolated duels given over. They tried to, you know, remaster some of that A aggression, coupled with some con pressure, and it didn't work out well for them.
Well, I hope you tell your chat to not be mean to the casters, alright? Alright.
Unless it's funny.
EG is actually going for this retake, alright? Enough fun in games. Until, yeah, enough. The fun in games now can begin. Junior's gonna have to save. An effort was made. I'll give Evil Geniuses some respect. They know that we need to be entertained over here, so they give us a chance. They keep us invested. We Detonate picking up the round. I'm gonna say here, Love, you gotta keep those boys in check. All right, look. Oh, I love it. I love it. Get the moderator team on board or something like that. I don't know.
At least Junior has his op. I'm excited for this.
Yeah. We're back.
Got the AWP. He's again taking the rounds. Getting very proactive here. Oh, he loves these little flicks. Yeah. He does it again, man. He's got some nasty little zoom sensitivity, man. Gosh, how do you even make that happen? That is so insanely difficult there. Walko sticks around, though, to find out. And he does so much damage. That's a great follow-up right there. The 1-2 punch of Walko and Junior. It thrives in the early round here, and it's going to leave Detonate to pick up the pieces.
I think, well, Detonate are far behind. Of course, you want to win the round, but some extra damage can certainly help out these. Oh, no. Junior took the worst possible timing to look at the bathrooms. And Micro is going to tap him out of the round. Now, Detonate are back into it. They have so much room to work with. And just a jiggle piece here from George is the only piece of information they're working with. This can be a problem. Hex has the smoke. George has the angle. Almost goes down. Now Hex takes the swing. He gets himself out to the barrels position. Even has a one-way to play with, but Rush just gets tapped out of the round. Hex now. He's made it out to barrels. Oh, but he's getting naded out. I think he's just been heard. Freshie completely aware. Hex needs to deliver, but everyone was looking his way, and Detonate are gonna salvage this one from what, a 3v5?
Yeah, I mean, essentially a 3v4, right? But
yes.
With the HP bar here, look what Walk was able to do. And this is the follow-up here. This is kind of where the 3v4 starts. Micro on 16 HP. What is going on here? This is initiative that maybe doesn't need to be prioritized, right? That's the sort of position where you just kind of fall back towards the site. You start jump spotting. Yeah, 3v4. I don't know if... I mean, obviously, Walko, he doesn't know how much damage he's done, but he knows he's did a little bit. And so many different mistakes are made here, and Detonate able to punish them perfectly. Looking like they have a whole lot more to say here on this map, and Evil Geniuses failing to close out a couple of runs where I kind of gave him the favor here so far.
Alright, Brett. Swinging through Con. He's gonna get ran down. That's an AK retrieved, and now the CTs begin to flood out into the short position. Are they gonna go for the B cam boost? Here we go. Stack it up. Jump up top. Can't see anything though. Rush still can cut this cross into the site. Cryptic will get in towards the default plant. Safe from the prying eyes of the boost until Rush strikes him down. Now he does get blown out of the water, but the AK is retrievable. Hex now picks it up. But the sheer utility from this T side could simply lock out those CTs. But are they gonna boost again? Ooh.
There it is.
Wonder if a player can be spotted. Slight hopping around the site. Oh my god! What on earth?
Oh my god!
The wall bangs!
Oh god. It's not winnable, but what is happening? Oh! Okay,
Junior?
That's Junior. That's Junior. They've walked away with so much right there. They can't grab the guns, can they? Junior stays alive right there? And now he's on the hunt. Can he find something? It's not that quick. Wait,
What
time
was
is that quick.
this?
Wow, this is insanity, dude. Hexed.
Oh my god! And then even the wall bangs next up too. He lands a dink through the wall.
That's a bit of a sour way to end off the round there for Detonate. I'm sure they're happy with the 11-11. They've tied things up. But my god. Evil Geniuses. They put a scare right there. And the money, obviously reinvestments are going to come out now. Slight can still afford native ABP, but this essentially is going to be them, you know, buying down to zero, right? Going for broke here. And Evil Geniuses, all the more emphasis needs to be put right now on winning this round here. Full focus, full steam ahead.
But they've gotten off to an excellent start. It's wild to think that they, after winning the rounds, are feeling a lot worse for wear. Evil Genius is in a difficult position, but they have the guns to work with. They have the initiative in this round. They have the better equipment, but there's been some mistakes. We've seen it. Stairs cam. I'm obliged to say it. I'm obliged to say it.
I'm still not following the stairs cam. You know,
it's just some stairs, dude. There's literally nothing more to it. It's just some stairs.
It kind of felt like you had stayed up for like 24 hours straight, and like you were super slap happy the last time the stairs cam came up.
There's nothing else to it, Cole. It's just some stairs.
Okay. You'd be good in like you'd be good participant in like
no.
stand up. You go to a stand up club, everyone's gonna kill it.
Nobody is safe. Nobody is safe from the jump scare. The caster jump
That was a quick
scare.
one. That was a quick one.
Yeah, I didn't I didn't get my full monologue down.
Yeah.
Coming soon. Next cash cup for sure. All right, but a very important round, a really pivotal one if Detonate want to keep in the grand finals. Of course, they're down a map here. If Evil Geniuses pick this one up, it's curtains, and it's cash, and circuit points in EG's back pocket. But utter silence on the map here for Detonate. It's a nade that really strikes true on a George.
Nice little extra chip damage here. Need every advantage. Again, they're kind of wielding slightly lacking firepower here. A couple of Galils in play. Look at this lineup that they're getting ready to do. What is the game plan here for Detonate? They are cooking up something special for us right now with this full execute all towards short as well.
All right, players starting to huddle behind the pillar, but it's a lineup for Rush. First wave of T's dealt with, and Detonate don't want to even send a second in. Slight hoping for a pick back with 30 seconds remaining. It's tucked tail to the A site, and the players have been spotted out already. Cryptic gonna run up.
Oh.
Missed shot from Junior, and a smoke to extinguish to fall back, but they're not ready for Walco. Junior sold the fact that there might only be one on the site, but Walco's there for the backstab. 15 seconds for Micro to get this bomb planted. He gets that first. He's fighting his way out of the situation, but then Rush comes back for more. 3 kills on the round, and Detonate stifled.
It's a tough position right there, right? Maybe there was a little bit of hope if when Junior misses that op shot that you can get the job done here. Swinging for the fences. Was Hex, he can't quite deal with the last frag. But as I said, that was a necessary round right there for Evil Geniuses to crack Detonate's economy. If you're going to bring in a full USP round and find 5 kills, you walk away the very next round by winning it. It's complete collapse on that economy here. So Detonate their chances slightly slimming. Slight on the op here. Can still bring in a whole lot. What's Junior holding for? He's holding for the 4-man boost, I think. And this would be the perfect round to bring it out.
Oh.
Ooh, did he find him jump spotting?
Yep, he did, but then they try to push out the doors. And George strikes. This is a pretty sizable investment coming in from Detonate. Slight won't have enough to purchase next round. Tough. Now that Hex playing a very committed angle, but steals the kill. Smokes out, gets away, protects himself. Nothing much to do here for Detonate. It's all on the Slight. He's walking up short, but who's going to give him the fight? Who will give him the angle? Is it going to be George? He's thinking about the swing, but as Hex spams through, reflash in, Hex just doing everything on his own, and then Slight gets dealt with. This will settle this round. And despite all that, despite the, the eco, quote-unquote, Detonate's purchase is not perfect. We'll have to take some concessions, and with your back up against the wall from Evil Geniuses, things are not easy.
You're gonna have to make some concessions here. Which is never a place that you want to be in. Slight on a scout, couple Galils in order. Detonate, they gotta make do with what they've got here. Evil Geniuses priming themselves up for a chance to capitalize, but job's not finished just yet. Detonate have hung in there so well. Even in rounds where you think they're already down and out, they have fought back. So what's to say they'll stop now? As right now, Cryptic moving up towards the long side of things here. He's got himself a lot of space. Now being covered though. Junior taking a more passive approach in this occasion. Talked about a little bit of worries in his camp, playing too aggressive sometimes on those A-side plays without the proper resources, without the proper coverage. Well, right now, he's giving himself a better chance right now with this angle boost. He was kind of watching for this earlier. Oh, Cryptic. He puts him down right there. That is a lovely way to kick things off. That's what you needed.
And at Detonate, begin to creep forward onto the site. Walko holding this thread angle. It's tough to deal with if you're only on a rifle. Now creeping. Slight. Holding with the scout. Player up close. He's blinded up though. Starting to get chased down. Walko now has that long control. It makes this A side attack very difficult for Detonate. They're trying to reclaim some control before they execute, but they might not have the time to do that.
Ooh,
30 seconds.
There's a player still long though. Ready to strike here in the late round.
Trying to draw the attention away. Oh my goodness, the flash though, it's no good. The crossfire between Rush and Walko's great. Now players even get into truck. Things get more and more difficult. But Detonate salvaged through all of that. But the flank from Hex, it drops the bomb. There's just enough time for Brett to get it in though. So 1v2 for Hex. Players are low. Chances are here for Hex. And he has plenty of time to do with the bomb just being played. But Brett, are you serious? You're all on your own. He's just gonna wait for the smoke to fade. Trying to swing with his teammate, perhaps. About to fade. Brett still inside of it. It's gonna work well. Detonate just salvage that one. And they hang in there.
My God, what a round right there, Junior. The first one to get plucked apart, that boost right there. It's not, you know, jumping on top of the flower pot. It's not maybe where you would anticipate. And those flowers, they shroud a little bit of vision. It makes it very difficult, especially if you're not double zoomed there for Junior to catch those details. You can only catch a slight bit of movement. You can see he was just late to react. So Cryptic trying to figure out ways to manufacture these openers here, exploiting Junior in this long angle. Absolutely beautiful from Detonate, and especially their composure when there were still 2 players on that truck position that they had to flush out with 10 seconds left. That is incredible work being done from them. This buy is not pretty either. This is Evil Geniuses kind of going all in. Deagle in Rush's hands, full belt of utility. MP9 and Walko. It's going to be Junior, George, and Hex. This trio that needs to do a lot of the heavy lifting right now.
Detonate still fighting. Love to see the resilience out of a squad that's fighting up against the odds. But that wallbang from Hex, simply good enough.
She's in still a very solid position right now. This A side is vulnerable though. They're just now starting to build into it. And Rush are the 2 defenders, and Rush, he still only has a deagle. But still, potentially not enough. A boost being assembled. But look up the real estate that they already have. Hex off the back of that boost, though, is going to continue the advantages. He wants more. Hex is taking the round into the palm of his hands, but there's a lurk smoke that they have to worry about right now. And Micro is scaling quickly. They've lost their B lurk, though. Freshie's falls. It's going to put all the weight onto the shoulders of just slight Micro.
Slight?
What?
Just
Rush?
run through the smoke and found a second, and Rush had no idea. Well, what's going on here? This 2v4 is turned. It's half HP on a lot of players right now. Oh, but that nade is such excellent bait, but Slight doesn't take it. Slight doesn't take his opportunity. Only now is the flank working here from Junior. Now Slight begins to take an angle. George can get timing to any moment, and it'll happen here. But Junior opens up. He knows that Slight, it's that last remaining player. The smoke goes in, but Slight goes for the swing. It's gonna cost Detonate, but is there time?
Oh my God, is there time? It's gonna be down to the wire.
Hold on to your hats.
He's got it. He's got it.
Oh my goodness! Detonate gave themselves the opportunity. But Slight, he just overplays his hand. He thinks there's more urgency than necessary.
Junior, what a miraculous clutch right there. Coming through in the last second. Both just slight over peaks. The only way that they could have lost that one. The only way it could have slipped out of their hands right there. And Slight just a little too aggressive. It cost him such an important round. But right now, you look at the purchases here. Freshie's on the Tech 9. They're going for the full investment. Detonate going for broke right now. They can't afford a loss in this one.
I mean, I know Slight knows it was a mistake. It was a misjudgment. He thought that Junior would be behind the smoke. It's the fastest way to get to the bomb. But he misjudged what Junior was going for. Junior wanted the kill. He wasn't ready to defuse that bomb just yet. He plays it nice edge. It works. That is a tough mistake to make at this point in the grand finals.
Yeah, that's just
and
it.
Evil Geniuses might be walking away with some cash pretty soon as a result.
High pressure situation, right? You know, sometimes just mistakes are made. Slight errors, that's really tough though. This is going to be tough to mentally bounce back from, but we've been saying it all game so far. We've been super impressed with Detonate's resilience. So can they hold on despite what is such a heartbreaking round loss? Even still though, that's another 4v2 that they put down to a 1v2. That's way more than what they should have gotten away with. Detonate are doing such an incredible job of pulling back these rounds here.
And we're going to see a fast play. This could just be them disintegrating in the atmosphere or them blowing up into a supernova. We'll see what it's like. Right now, it's not looking great for Detonate. They're down in players, and they've been shut down at the door. A 1v3 for Slight, and his position already noted. He has 1 minute and 20 seconds to think about this to redeem himself on the round. And with Junior holding, there's no chance. Series point, Evil Geniuses.
Shot at redemption shut down once again by Junior. Just a firm reminder. And look at what they're left off with here. Detonate, their backs against the wall. These Deagles have stood tall before. I feel like at this point, it's in their heads. It's in the back of their minds. What do they have for us here? Potentially the last round of this Cash Cup, number 2. It's been a hell of a run for Detonate. Will it come to an end here and now? Cryptic's gonna go in wild in.
Oh my goodness, and it's not gonna pay off. It's George, his turn for a big round. 3K for him, 2 kills away from the cash in the Cash Cup and all the circuit points that await Evil Geniuses. They're looking to put their name up as the 2-time. Some 360s from Slight because it's not feeling great.
Yeah. That's tough. That was a really tough clutch right there. He knows it. Pressure getting to him, no doubt right there. And Bean Can, one more time.
Oh, no.
You can just see, you can just see the light dim from their eyes as they walk back into Walco. It's all over from here. He'll put it to an end. Evil Geniuses, your second Cash Cup champion. Now back-to-back underneath this organization, but different players this time get it done.
Yep, Evil Geniuses are gonna get it done. You know, different players, but they're Cash Cup legends all the same. You gotta give the commiserations out to Detonate.